Today, a new Beta Branch update dropped for Hamlet and base game Don't Starve. It adds two new characters, Wagstaff and Wheeler, added to base game Don't Starve and Hamlet respectively, as well as a new Hamlet boss. To access the Beta Branch, right-click on Don't Starve in your Steam library, then hit Properties. In the Properties window, go to the Betas tab and type in DS Interior Beta. This will unlock a new option in the combo box labelled Hamlet-Interiors-Hamlet Interior Upgrade Beta. Select this option and then update the game through Steam. The first of these two characters, Wagstaff, is unlocked by default in base game Don't Starve, making him the first original base game content since October of 2013. Wagstaff is a withered old scientist who is exploring the constant via a metaphysical projection of himself. Wagstaff's old age has begun to deteriorate his vision, meaning that anything beyond about 1 meter in front of him appears highly blurry. Wagstaff will be unable to identify exactly what this object is, but fear not. Wagstaff starts with and can craft a plethora of high-tech specs to aid him in his quest to view the surrounding environment. The first of these is the Speck Toggles, crafted with 1 gold nugget and a pigskin. The Speck Toggles remove the blurry effect from the area and allow Wagstaff to examine everything at will. They will also identify hidden threats such as tentacles, denoted by a red skull symbol. With the Hamlet DLC enabled, the Speck Toggles can also identify peculiar objects, denoting them with a green question mark. Wagstaff brings 1 pair of Speck Toggles to aid with early game exploration. The Speck Toggles last a total of 10 days worn. Wagstaff's second pair of eyeglasses is the Infroggles. These fine infrared field glasses grant Wagstaff vision of heat signatures left by creatures roaming the constant, allowing for easy identification of both threats and prey alike. Crafted with a pair of Speck Toggles, an electrical doodad, and 2 torches, they also provide night vision to Wagstaff and last for 2 days of total use time. Wagstaff's third pair of eyeball accessories is the Visor, which costs 1 Speck Toggles and 1 cutstone to craft. It's a hybrid of protective and vision-enhancing headgear, improving Wagstaff's eyesight but reducing his overall vision range. As an armor, it reduces 85% of the oncoming damage and has a total of 600 health, resulting in a sturdy yet cheap armor piece, at the cost of restricted vision. Since the visor is armor, its durability doesn't decay over time, meaning that you can use it to remove the blur in exchange for a smaller field of view. Wagstaff's fourth and final pair of spectacles is the Frifocals, crafted with 1 Speck Toggles and a red gem. Once worn, they encase the world in a sepia-like tone, akin to that of summer or dusk. Attacking anything without another weapon equipped will cause Wagstaff to shoot out a fiery projectile from the goggles, dealing 50 damage plus afterburn with 10 uses. Use of this device is risky, as there is a high chance that either the target's loot or the surrounding environment will be engorged in a fiery blaze. Since the goggles improve Wagstaff's vision, they can be used as a replacement to the Speck Toggles as their durability does not decay over time, and can be used safely as long as you have another weapon equipped in their hand slot. As well as his vision-improving eye apparel, Wagstaff brings along 2 other equipment that can aid in his exploration and manipulation of the constant. The first one is 2 separate devices that go hand in hand, the Telebrella and the Telepad. The Telebrella is crafted with an electrical doodad and a pretty parasol, and gives you 70% wetness resistance without decaying over time otherwise. Each Telebrella has 10 uses. The Telepad is crafted with 1 gear, 1 electrical doodad and 2 cut stone. While holding a Telebrella, if you're within a Telepad's range, right-clicking will teleport you to the nearest pad. If the light atop the brolly is green, you will be able to teleport. Once you are outside the pad's range, the bulb will stop emitting light. It'll also indicate you're nearing this range by blinking red and green. Currently, you're unable to teleport between the caves and the forest. These 2 gadgets can decrease the time taken exploring drastically, as the distance you'll need to walk back home can often be more than halved. Additionally, building a telepad underneath cave exits can aid you in escaping dangerous situations if need be. Wagstaff's final construction is the Thumper, a machine which smacks the ground heavily upon activation. It costs 1 gear, 6 flint and 2 hammers to build, and has infinite uses. While it might not sound like the most useful of contraptions, it can actually be used to establish mass production of wood. Plant pine cones around the Thumper in an array, and when they are ready the Thumper will be able to fell them all instantly. Activate it a second time in order to dig up all the stumps. The Thumper's pure tree-destroying force makes it the fastest method of harvesting wood, at least in single-player Don't Starve. As a trade-off for all of these abilities, Wagstaff loses a small amount of health every time he eats unprepared food, which is a pretty uninspired and uninteresting perk, a stark contrast against his compelling upsides. All in all, Wagstaff is definitely an eye-opening inclusion of the Don't Starve cast. If you haven't already, be sure to take a look at Wagstaff in the Beta Branch. The second of the 2 characters added in this update is Maybelle Dorothea Wheeler, the intrepid explorer who just wants to fly away. Wheeler's first ability is that she brings 2 devices with her, a Navi Gadget and a Pneumatic Horn. When the Navi Gadget is equipped, you're able to insert any item inside it. A small compass rose will appear underneath Wheeler, pointing to the nearest instance of the item. However, only if it's on the ground or available to be harvested. This makes foraging in the early game easier, as you can put in, say, a radish into the Navi Gadget and quickly get access to all of the radishes in the area. The gadget can detect items anywhere on the map, which means that it can sometimes point to other islands. Wheeler's secondary exploratory assistance tool is a pneumatic horn, which she can equip and load items into. Attacking an entity with the pneumatic equipped will fire the currently loaded projectile at them. The projectile will either do 37.4 damage, 34 damage, or 17 damage, depending on whether the ammo loaded is heavy, medium, or light. Items such as minerals, stingers, and oinks are classed as heavy, while items such as plant matter and ash are classed as light. The pneumatic can be used to easily kill prey such as birds, as hitting them with it does not scare them off. Wheeler's third ability is where she really starts to get interesting. Right-clicking on the ground will cause Wheeler to dash forward in that direction, giving her about half a second of invincibility frames. This ability is quickly becoming one of my favourite among any Don't Starve game. Iframes at no cost other than a short cooldown mind is absolutely game-changing for this character. Boss fights can become an absolute breeze as you weave through their attacks, landing blows in between dodges. Early exploration is bolstered by this ability as well, as Wheeler's effective speed is higher due to the dodge. While a dodge is in action, you can right-click to dodge again, resetting the movement at no additional cost to even the cooldown, allowing you to traverse greater distances in one move. Doing this allows you to pick P-Gorks without any additional equipment, which isn't incredibly useful but is still helpful nonetheless. However, Wheeler's incredible abilities come with one of the biggest trade-offs in Don't Starve history. Instead of having the usual 15 slots in her inventory, Wheeler only has 10. This is an absolutely massive downside that hinders Wheeler all throughout the game. It constantly forces the player to rethink if what they are carrying is necessary, and makes backpacks even more essential. In short, Wheeler is the perfect character to kill bosses with, although she might not be able to carry all the loot back home. The third and final piece of content added in this update is a new boss, the Assembled Hulk. It can be summoned by getting all of the Hulk pieces to coexist in a small area. One head, one ribcage, and 2 arms and legs. The pieces will automatically assemble when near each other. The easiest way to do this is to use a telelocator focus with purple gems obtained from the ends well. Once assembled, the Hulk has 3000 health and drops 4 to 9 iron and 2 to 4 gears, making it a renewable source of both. Currently, the Hulk has a multitude of complex attacks up its sleeves, consisting of a bite attack, a laser circle attack, teleportation that leaves behind a damaging aura, creation of a ring of basalt boulders, long-range laser balls that target the player's current location, and spitting out a square of mines that explode should the player approach them. It's a difficult fight, but certainly doable. Tanking the boss is almost impossible, as it can deal large amounts of damage to nearby players, so kiting is certainly recommended. Additionally, do not wear armor that slows you down, as this will make dodging some of its attacks undoable. In order to kite the boss, perform a 3-hit kite pattern. This will enable you to dodge both its bite attack and the laser circle attack. If the boss performs other attacks during this, it might mess up your attack pattern, so be wary. Soon enough, the boss will teleport away. Stand back from the damaging aura and keep on your toes as the boss causes a shockwave when it lands. After landing, it will perform some of the long-range attacks such as spawning a ring of basalt or firing plasma balls at the player's location. The balls can be dodged by simply walking perpendicular or in a circle around the boss. After dodging any attacks that the boss performs, close in and start the 3-hit kite pattern again. Repeat this until the boss dies. After the boss dies, feel free to mine any basalt boulders it may have created during the fight. All the robot pieces used to assemble the Hulk will be scattered around the world again. As for equipment, bring 1 dark sword, 2 football helmets, and 1 log suit. As long as you kite the boss, you shouldn't need any healing items, assuming you start the fight at full health. Anyway, that's all for this video. Since this is a beta branch update, many things are subject to change. For example, it's likely that the character perks will be tweaked, and the Hulk will probably get a different, unique drop in the future. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I guess I'll see you next time.